3 helpful tips when you're first starting out as an LDA. Starting a business can be very challenging, and you'll be faced with multiple decisions that you need to make to build a successful business. Here are a few tips that may help you get started off the right way. LDAs that run a successful business prioritize limiting their spending to business essentials. Also, they don't hire family and friends, and they make sure to get paid upfront for the services that they do. Let's talk about the first tip. When LDAs are first starting out, they usually have a certain amount of money they can spend on setting up their business. A mistake that some LDAs make is that they spend money on non-essential nice-to-haves, as opposed to spending money on things they need, things that are vital to the success of their business. For example, LDAs could be spending their money on client generation activities such as community marketing events, distributing flyers and materials such as goodie bags to be distributed to the local business community. When I was first starting out, I was spending money on a spatial office and fancy furniture, but yet I didn't have any clients to come to my fancy office or just sit in the fancy chairs. Keep in mind that it's possible that new LDAs may not turn a profit or gets lots of cash flow in the first couple of months when they're barely developing their business. So determining what to spend money on becomes crucial to the success of the business. The next tip is regarding hiring family or friends. So when you're first starting out, funds are limited and you may be tempted to ask family members or friends to help you churn out the work in your business. The beauty about asking family and friends for assistance is they may be able to work for less money, and you already know what their strengths and weaknesses are. And so they're great people that can start right away. However, as much as possible, avoid that temptation to hire, because if things don't work out in the business, it can ruin the relationship and Thanksgiving's going to be awkward. The reason being is sometimes friends and family would be picky about what they will and will not work on, and they'll expect to be treated differently than regular employees since they already have a special relationship with you outside the workplace. So you might find yourself making concessions for friends and family that you probably wouldn't do for employees. There could be also a lack of structure in the relationship of employer to employee, and it would be difficult to separate the personal relationship from the working relationship. So pretty much it's better to hire someone that you don't have a personal history with and then just pay them for their work. Thirdly, LDAs who want to run a successful business make sure that when they work with clients, they sign the designated LDA contract and get paid upfront. For some LDAs, talking about money can feel uncomfortable, but remember, LDAs are business owners and they need to get comfortable charging and discussing money. Cash flow is the lifeline of the business, and the more money an LDA makes, the more people that LDA is going to be able to help. Remember, LDAs are providing a great valuable service, and the customers need to pay accordingly. So make sure that a contract is signed and that LDAs don't start any work until a payment deposit has been made upfront. Unfortunately, I've had the experience of sending out someone's filing to the court prior to getting paid and then not getting paid at all. I mean, it happens to the best of us, but as much as you can try to avoid it, that would be better for your business. Avoid doing work without getting paid. It's okay to give discounts, and it's okay to at times not charge for certain services, but let that happen on your terms. You'll decide when you extend those discounts or courtesies. In order to ensure that you have the right amount of cash flow coming in, make sure that you get paid before you start any work. In conclusion, successful LDAs prioritize and limit their spending on business essentials. They also don't hire family and friends, and the LDAs make sure to get paid up front. Obviously, these aren't the only tips or ways to set up a successful business. There's many other tips available, but hopefully these will help you get started on the right track. I wish you much success.